Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about what it might potentially look like to not care so much about do your work and don't be so attached to the results of your work, because when you're attached to the results of your work, then you're holding on to it and you're making your happiness depend on that external factor. If this person talks to me and likes me and texts me and calls me, or if I get this many likes on Facebook, or if this person, like, if I get external thing, then I'm happy, and otherwise I'm not. So I'm attached to the result. So the example that hit me lately was the summer and winter months. So if I am, many times what I've found myself, not many times, basically all my life, what I found myself doing is, when it's winter, when it's very cold, especially when it's winter, I'm looking towards summer, especially in Seattle, because Seattle summers in Seattle are very good, very mostly good. Maybe there's 1 or 2 weeks that are really hot, but otherwise it's very good. So what I've been doing is, on December 21st, until December 21st, I'll be kind of sad that, oh, the days are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And then after December 21st, I'll start being happy that every day is longer and longer and longer, and it's going to get warmer eventually, and I'm looking forward to summer. When it's raining, I'm okay, but when it's snowing, I'm looking forward to when it's going to stop snowing, or when it's going to stop being icy on the roads or whatever, because I can't handle the ice on the road. So I have all of these things. I'm always looking, just almost always, in terms of the weather, to see when the weather will improve, and then when the weather is good, I'm happy. When the weather is not good, then I'm okay. I live my life. I go for a walk anyways, and I do things, but I'm still looking forward. So it's not that I hate it, or I'm like really angry or whatever. No, nothing like that. But I'm still always, at the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, this is not perfect. It could be better. And I'm looking forward to the better. There's always this thing in my mind. So now, yesterday in the Gita class that I attended, I was just, I just had this thought. What would happen if I don't do that? Like, I go to the level of detachment from the weather, even where it doesn't matter what weather it is. It really doesn't matter if it's. So I look at the weather. So there's a discernment and judgment, the concepts. I've been talking about this a lot. So I discern, this is the weather right now. I cannot go for a walk outside. I can go for a walk in the mall, which is what I usually do when it's cold outside. I'll go for a walk in the mall. Okay, so that's a discernment. I'm not going to go out in the beach when it's on the beach when it's raining, right? And then when the weather is good, I can say, okay, I'll go out to the beach today. So discernment there, but not judging the weather, but just being okay with it. And discernment, okay, I can do more things if I'm living, like, if somebody wants to move, I'm not saying don't do that. If you want to move for better weather, just have a discernment. If I go to this place, I will be able to do this thing more, and therefore it is good for me to go to this place, if it bothers you. But if you're happy where you are, then, like, basically end the judgment, keep the discernment to understand what I can and cannot do. Okay, I cannot go out when it's icy. I'm going to get a whole lot of groceries, and I'm going to, for the week or for the 2 weeks, or to last me however long I need to for this ice to melt away, I'm going to be at home, and I'm going to do things at home. So what can I do at home, which I would otherwise, like, I would go out. So, but without judgment, just discernment, just accepting the situation as is, understanding the situation, rolling with it, but without feeling upset, and without even trying to look forward to the good weather or whatever. It doesn't matter. What matters is where I am right now. So being in the present moment, like, it's very difficult to understand what the being in the present moment is. At least for me, I'd never understand what that means. Like, what does that mean even? Because we are thinking of the future, we are planning, we're making plans, we're doing things. I think what being in the present moment is, what it means is not judging. It's discerning, and taking steps to do whatever we need to do right now, and not judging where we are. And this is extremely difficult, but my goodness, slowly, step by step, we start to do that. And the very first step is just awareness. Okay, I am judging in this situation. That's it. Many times in the smaller things that are not like that, we're not holding on to tightly, those judgments will just dissipate just by being aware of it. And in the harder things, it might not dissipate. So then there are other things. What can we do? I was discussing with a friend yesterday. So one of the things that we can do is list down the good things of that situation. Where is the good in this? Tony Robbins's wife, Sage, she talks about that. Where is the good in this? That's her primary question. Any situation you have, you find the good in that situation, and you actually find the good. It's not that you're like forcing yourself to find the good and saying, okay, this is okay, but I'm finding the good so that no, you actually find the good in that. Like, what is the blessing in this? Like, this is good, this is so great for me to be here right now. So that's one thing. And sometimes I have one or two things that are just so far beyond even that I can't even find the good in that situation, because I'm like, and we're probably bringing that from our previous lifetimes. There's so much trauma around that we're not able to overcome that. And so that's okay. But wherever, I mean, but try as much as you can, find the good in it. As much as your ego wants to hold on to this, like, no, I do not want to find this good in this, this is bad, I do not want to accept this. Find the good in this and find the blessing in it. Push yourself to do that. And if you can't, that's okay also. Accept yourself for that, but as much as possible, find the good. And the second thing that she suggested, which was amazing, is pray for the person. Or pray, like, if it's a person, then pray for the person and just say, I wish them well, I want them to succeed brilliantly. Like, pray for the person genuinely. Like, say that, so if you're feeling a little envious that the person is farther ahead or whatever, just pray for them and say, yeah, I want them to be brilliantly successful in whatever they're doing. So all of that. And yeah, accept yourself for where you are, I think, is the crucial. I mean, all of these tools we can use to try to get out of it, but to try to control our emotions. And that's good, that works. We should be doing something. We shouldn't just be sitting there. But I think one of the most important things that we can do is literally just accept that we are here and pray to God, please, please, I am helpless. Like, this is like a serpent in a pool. My mind is like a pool, the size of a regular pool, but no cement, just a imagine a pool with no cement, just the soil walls, and there's a serpent which is so huge, it's like the size of a tree trunk, and it's taking up the entire pool. That one serpent is just taking up the entire pool, and it's poisonous, and it's ugly, and it's brown, and it's thrashing, and it's like the soil is coming off all on into the pool. The water is cloudy and murky and poisonous and all of that. I like to use that analogy. I think that's how our minds are. My mind is, our minds are. So I like to think of that when I'm praying. I like to say, like, I'm helpless. I am completely helpless. There was somebody that said that you can do way more beyond your capability because you have the grace of God. So I'm like, I'm completely helpless in this situation. And what I would love is for your help. Please, 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 please help me get this poison out of my mind, get this everything out of my mind. And help me become a better person. And that doesn't mean that I am not accepting myself. So whenever I say this to people, they're like, no, but you shouldn't put yourself down. And I'm like, no, I'm not putting myself down at all. I'm just, this is not judgment on myself. This is discernment on myself. I'm understanding that I have a lot of these problems, and if I want to attain God, and if I want to just attain peace and bliss and joy and just the real true bliss, that those moments which you remember for the rest of your life, like I had one moment of bliss. I want to have more and more of those moments until I have just constant eternal bliss. And if I want to do that, then I need to get rid of it. And if I need to get rid of it, then I need to pray and I need to ask God for help, because I am helpless. I can't do this on my own. I simply can't do this on my own. Okay. Yeah, so that's it for this video. I hope this helps. Wish you a day filled with tons and tons of personal growth. Radha.